Welcome all. Our topic for today is structure. What is a structure in C? We know that in C we have a data type called array. In an array, we can store a collection of elements, but each element in an array should be of same type. But in certain cases, we need a collection where we should have values of different data type. For example, if there is uh, the if I talk of a student, for example, and I say that I have to give publish the result of a student. So what will be there in the result? It will be the roll number of the student, which um, may be, for example, an integer, and then there will be the name of the student, which will be obviously a set of characters, a string, and then there will be marks of a student, which may be float. So these are, it is a combination of three things, but all three have different data types: int, char, and float. The combination should be like this. So for that, C has a data type called structure. So how do we define this, declare this, and use this concept of structure? That we will see through a simple example. Let us start writing code. First of all, I need to define the structure. So let us take the same example. So to define the structure, there is a keyword called struct in C. Struct is a keyword for that. Then we will write the name of that structure. For example, this structure corresponds to a student. So we can write student. Fine. So we have a structure whose name is student. And in this student, there will be his roll number. Fine. Roll number, then his name, which obviously will be a set of characters. So it is a string. We don't know the length. Let us keep it at a higher value, keep it as 50. And then let us say it is the marks of the student, and marks may be float. Fine. So this is a collection of three things. This makes a structure. Then after this definition, we need to put a semicolon here. Now let us go to main. Then in main, I have to now declare the this the variable of this structure. So if I say, for example, I have to enter and publish the details of one student, for example. So let us say this one student is S1. So then we will write struct student, which means that we already have a structure defined. The name of the structure is student, and let us create one variable of this structure. So let us call that S1. So this is the way we write it. So we have a structure whose definition is here in the student, and we created one variable of that structure, which is S1. Then let us say we need to take values from the user, with all three values of this student. For this, so let us ask the user to enter these things. Printf. Printf, we need to enter what? We need to enter firstly the roll number of student, and the roll number of student, scanf. So what is it? It will be percentage D and ampersand. Fine, this will be here ampersand, and then the name of the variable in which the roll number will be stored. What will be the specific name of the variable? It will be this S1, but in this S1 there are three things we need to specify which one. So it will be S1 dot roll number. That means the roll number that the user gives is stored in S1 dot roll number. So here we will write S1 dot roll number. Fine. So this way we will take the roll number from the user and store it in S1 dot roll number. So this dot is used for accessing a certain member of the structure. This structure has three members, and to access any member we use this dot operator. So this is a member access operator. This dot operator is a member access operator here, this dot. Fine, we got the roll number. Now let us take the second thing. What is that? Printf, enter the name of student. Fine. So the user will enter the name. Since that name will be a string, we can use gets here to take that string. And where will that be stored? In s1 dot name. Done. Then the third thing we need to read is the marks. Enter marks of student. So we can scanf that, and we can use percentage D for that, and that will be ampersand. What is that? S1 dot. So what is that? This is this marks. So we have got all three values for S1. For this one student, we got all three values. Now we may publish the same. Let us print these values. Print the details of the student. So to print the details, so this is easy. We can directly write printf. Well, we can write a roll number is equivalent to percentage D, fine, comma S1 dot roll number. Okay. So roll number will be printed. Then we can write, we can publish what the name. For that we can write printf, and we can also write puts. So what is the name? S1 dot name of student. Done. The third thing is marks. Printf. Can write percentage D, or like this, marks equal to percentage D, comma S1 dot marks. Fine. And we are done. So this way we can publish, we can take the values and put them in a structure and then print those values. So this is done. We can do some formatting here. So here for formatting purposes, I can write printf \n, and Then after this, roll number will be printed, and when we get the roll number on the display screen, you can here write printf \n. After roll number there will be a next line, and then after this again a next line. And let us save this program and say this is structure example.c. Compile, run, enter roll number of student. So let us say roll number is 1. Enter name of the student. For example, the name is Rayyan, and it has not entered the marks. Let us see why. So we are taking the roll number here. We are entering the name here, and here we have incorrectly written percentage %d. It should be percentage %f, because this marks is a floating value, floating point value. This is f, this should be d, this should be f. So instead of gets, I may use here scanf percentage d, this I mean s obviously. So s1 dot name, fine. So ampersand should be here. So roll number will be taken, name will be taken, and marks will be taken from the user. Then all the three will be displayed. So this will be here, roll number will be displayed, here marks, and here the name will be displayed. For this also we can use here printf. So it will be printf name is equivalent to percentage s, comma s1 dot name, and we can see, compile it, run this program, and roll number is 1, and let us say the name is Rayyan. Then the marks of the student, for example 75, and it is printing the same back, fine. So this way a structure works.